Good morning, students. Hope all of you are doing well. So I know that chapter 3, the force and pressure chapter, is going on, and already Devkumar sir made a video on that chapter. Just only the exercise question answer is left. But today, actually, at first I want to discuss that whole chapter as a revised the chapter at first and then I will discuss the exercise question answer. Okay. So, and also I will discuss that what is the important parts in this chapter, force and pressure. So that chapter at first, at the beginning, I want to tell you, in this chapter the numericals problem is very important. Okay, so when you do the numerical problems, you read the question properly, and those numericals problem is very important, also the reasoning question. So today I will discuss the whole chapter. Actually, we will revise this chapter. Okay, so first of all, students, you already learn what is force. So force, what it is, that is actually the act of push and pull, and which changes or tends to change the state of rest or the state of motion of an object or of a body. Okay, so actually what is the force? Force is actually the acting of push or pull. So sometimes we to apply force like a push or pull. Okay, so what is the moment of a force? So when a force acts on a body which is free to move, and the body starts moving in the direction of the applied force. So that is actually, do remember, I think, students, whenever I discuss that in your previous class, that work done, what is that is actually the same things actually, but here the terms we are using, that is a moment of force. So we whenever we discuss the work done, so that is actually when a force is applied on an object or on a body, and that object or body should be displaced in the direction of the applied force. So you see here the same things like the work done. When a force acts on a body which is free to move, and the body starts moving in the direction of the applied force. So which way we are applying a force? Only that way that object should move. So for example, a car traveling along a straight road, such type of motion, it is called translatory motion. Because why it is a translatory motion? Because that motion is in a straight line. So that's why it is a translatory motion. So here actually in your syllabus there's only one type of motion is given, but there are so many types of motion is there. Oscillatory motion, vibratory motion, random motion, repetitive motion, periodic motion, non-periodic motion. So but when the car is traveling along a straight road, so that time that only the type of motion is it translatory motion. Okay, or if you write down it is a rectilinear motion, that should be correct, because the translatory motion are two types. One is the curvilinear motion and another is the rectilinear motion. So when the car is along a straight road, means that car is not taking any U-turn, so means it is a rectilinear motion. This is a one type of a translatory motion. So but if a body is fixed at a point, then the force applied to that body will be unable to move it in a straight line. So when you are applying a force and that body is in that condition, it is free to move, so that will move in the direction of the applied force. Suppose you are applying a force but the body is fixed at a point, so is that time that body should move? No, it is not possible. So if a body is fixed at a point, then force applied to that body will be unable to move it in a straight line. This force will however rotate, so that times that at in fixed point, that around of it can rotate. Okay, so that rotate the body about the fixed point. So for example, if a force is applied at the handle of a door which is fixed at the hinge, okay, because the door is attached with the wall by a hinge. So when we push the handle of the door, because of the door is fixed at the hinge, so that's why we cannot say that the door is moving in the direction of the ablative. It's moved, but it rotate around that hinge. So whatever that the door will move so towards the wall, so only that distance that door will cover. Not like that you just push the door and that it will go through that your room. So not like that. So because it's fixed at the fixed point, what is this called? Actually it's called, the fixed point is the hinge. So the force turns the door around the hinge. Okay, so the turning effect of a force about a fixed point means the fixed point is called, actually the pivot is called the moment of force or simply moment. So what is the moment of force? So the turning effect of a force about a fixed point means the pivot is called the moment of a force, or simply you can say it is a moment. If the force has a tendency to turn or rotate a body in clockwise direction, so that time the moment of force is called clockwise direction. But if the force has a tendency to turn or rotate in anti-clockwise direction, so that type of moment of force we can say it is the anti-clockwise moment. So there are two types of moment. It is when that force has a tendency to turn or rotate in the clockwise direction, so that time the moment of force is called clockwise moment. And if the force has a tendency to turn or rotate a body in anti-clockwise direction, so that time the moment of force is called anti-clockwise moment. So which factors are affecting the moment of force? So you see one thing in the definition is already mentioned in the force, and you see that actually that when the force is applied, so if the doors is fixed at the hinge, so whatever is it, so it actually when you applying a force on the door, so they actually it is rotate or turn around that hinge, so that's why they actually cover a distance. So which factor are affecting the moment of force? So first of all, the magnitude of the force applied and the perpendicular distance from the fixed point to the line of action of the force. This distance is known as the moment arm, or mathematically we write down the moment of a force M equals to force F. So that force we can denoted by capital F, and the momentum is denoted by small d. So that is the relationship, mathematical relation of the moment of force. The moment of force capital M equals to force into moment arm. Okay. So what is that moment of force actually? So moment of a force is the physical quantity that measures the tendency of the force to rotate an object about a given axis. Okay. So and when it then that the force is has a tendency to rotate or turn is a clockwise direction, so that time we can say that moment is called that clockwise moment. And when that force is a tendency to turn or rotate in an anti-clockwise direction, so that time the moment is called the anti-clockwise moment. And the mathematical relationship is that moment of force equals to force into momentum. So that's two factors are affecting the moment of force. The first of all is the force and the perpendicular distance. Second was the perpendicular distance from the fixed point to the line of the action of the force. So now I want to show you something. So I'm drawing a spanner. So you think about this is a spanner. Okay. So here is a nut is here, and that is a fixed point. Okay. So if we open that nut, so that is actually the fixed point. So fixed point, it is called actually the pivot. You see here is given. So that fixed point, about a fixed point, so it is actually the pivot. And that end here actually we are applying a force to open the nut. So this is our nut. Okay. And we are applying a force here. So that way actually we are applying it. So the force is this way, so we are applying a force in this way, and the distance from the force to the perpendicular distance from the pivot. So force, apply a force, and that to the pivot, that distance actually, this is d, so this is actually the moment arm. So we are applying a force, so force is acting in this way, and this is the pivot. So this distance, so applied a force to pivot, so this distance is called the moment arm. So this is, we denoted moment arm by small d, and force is denoted by capital F, and the moment of force equals to capital M equals to F into small d. So this is the relation, and this relation is very very important to solve all types of numerical problem which are based on the moment of a force. So now is the important things is that the unit. So because the relationship we know that, but what is the unit of moment of force? So as we know that the force, the SI unit of force is Newton, and the SI unit of distance, so this is a moment arm, but this is actually the distance from that applied a force to pivot point. Okay, so this is actually the distance. So the SI unit of this moment arm is meter. So what will be that unit of moment of force? So the SI unit of moment of force is Newton meter. Okay, so the SI unit of moment of force is Newton meter. Okay, so Newton meter, you have to remember that is a unit. So we know already what is the SI unit of force, it is Newton, and the SI unit of the distance is meter. So that's why that that unit of SI unit of moment of force, the unit will be Newton meter. Okay, so now is that we have to know the what is the application of moment of force. So the applications of moment of force, the first application is given. It is easier to open a door by applying the force at the handle provided near the free end of the door. It is because if the force is applied at the handle, the moment of force is large, that is a small force can produce a large turning effect. So when we enter the home, or when you exit the home, so that time we have to open or close open the door. So that time actually whenever you open, suppose the door is closed, so you want to open it, so that's why we use the force on the handle. And whenever they are actually in handle, you apply a small force, but that can produce a large standing effect. So that's why that door will be open. So but if we apply a force near the hinge, so near the hinge means, you remember already I discussed, that is a fixed point, means the door where the door is attached with the wall. So if you want to apply a force on the hinge, so is it possible to open the door? No, it will be difficult to open the door even you applied a large force. So if you applied a large amount of force on the hinge, so that's also it will be difficult to open the door. But if you apply a small amount of force on the handle or at the handle, so it will convert this small force, can produce a large turning effect, and that easily that door will be opened. So the second application is that the hand floor grinder is provided with a handle near its rim to increase the moment arm, so that even a small force applied can produce a large turning effect. So this is the hand floor grinder. So actually now this is very actually these things actually very much available in the village. So they are used to grind the masala, everything. So this is very useful things in the village people. They are using this type of tea. But here actually we are using most of the time as a mixer grinder or those things. So hand floor grinder, so we are applying a force on this handle. There have one hole. So whenever we are applying a force, or that that if you applying a small force applied on that small force can produce a large turning effect. Okay, and then easily the masala will grind. So next application is a long spanner is used to loosen a tight nut. This is because by increasing the length of the spanner, the moment arm gets increased and even a small force can produce a large turning effect. Okay. And next, number 4, in a bicycle, the foot pedal is at a large distance from the axle. To turn the wheel of the bicycle, a small force is applied on the foot pedal of the toothed wheel, which is less than the force applied to the chain to move the bicycle. Okay. So these are the application of moment of force. So here actually that's what type of question will come. The reasoning question will come. Okay, so you read this properly, and you already I have discussed what is the definition. So if you understand that what is moment of force, then you can easily write down how it is helpful to solve this type of problem. Okay. So next is that important parts in this chapter is that numericals problem. The first example is the hinge of a door is 1 meter from the point of application of force. If a force of 70 Newton acts on it, calculate the moment of force. So see student here one thing. So the hinge of a door is 1 meter from the point of application of force. So what it is actually? That is hinge, so it is a fixed point, so that is acts as a pivot point, and this from this to this applied force, so application of force from the point of the application of force to pivot point, the distance is given. How much distance? That 1 meter. So what it is actually given, the small this value is given, and that if a force of 70 Newton, so force is also given, it is 70 Newton. So how can you find out the moment of force? So as it is, you know that what is the mathematical relation of the moment of force. So moment of force equals to F into D. So instead of F you write down 70 Newton, and instead of small d you write down 1 meter. So after calculation you will get 70 Newton meter. Okay. So and one thing, whenever you solve this type of problem, you check the unit. What is the system of unit is given. If you check that all system of unit, you have to convert the all quantities in same system of unit. Okay. And now example 2, calculate the force which will produce a moment of 40 Newton meter when the perpendicular distance between the point of application of force and the pivot is 40 centimeters. So see here the moment of force is given 40 Newton meter, and moment arm small d equals to 40 centimeters. So 40 centimeter, and this is moment of force is Newton meter. This unit is in CGS system and this unit is in SI system. So at first you have to convert this centimeter to meter. So 40 divided by 100, so it will be 0.4 meter. So now we know that what is the moment of force. So means we know capital M value, it is 40 Newton meter, and small d equals to 0.4 meter. So as we know, F M is equal to F into D. So F is equal to M divided by D. So it will be 40 Newton meter divided by 0.4 meter. So 40 into, for this actually tell you have to multiply it here and 4. So 4. So it will be 100 Newton. So 100 Newton will be the answer. Okay. So like this way you have to solve. So 100 Newton. Okay, see 100 Newton is the answer. Next question, example number 3. A person using a 40 centimeter long handle spanner can open a nut by applying a 120 Newton force. What should be the length of the handle if he wants to open the nut by applying a force of 80 Newton? Okay, so you see here The force is given 120 Newton. Moment arm is given, it is a 40 centimeter. So it is in SI unit, and this is in CGS system of units. So you have to convert this centimeter to meter at first. So it will be 0.4 meter. So moment of force is equal to F into D. So you, after calculation, you will get it is 48 Newton meter. But you see that in second case, because now you find out what is the moment of force. In the second case, the force is given, it is 80 Newton, and D you have to find out that, and moment of force is equal in both cases. So 40 Newton meter. So Newton meter moment of force is equal to F into D. So instead of moment of force, you write down 48 Newton meter equals to 80 Newton into D. So after calculation, you will get it is 60 centimeter. So a handle of 60 centimeter is required to open the nut with a force of 80 Newton. Okay. So like this way you have to solve this question. So let's see, student, check your progress question answer. So the first question is define moment of a force and writes SI unit. So definition already I have discussed. What is the definition? The turning effect of a force about a fixed point or pivot is called the moment of force, or simply you can write down it is a moment. And what is the SI unit of moment of force? It is Newton meter. Okay. And next question, it is easier to open a door by applying a force at its handle than the hinge end. Why? Because whenever we applying a force in the handle, so if we applied a small force, that it will produce a large turning effect and the door will be opened. But if you apply force on the hinge, so it is very difficult to open the door, because even if you apply a large amount of force at the hinge. Okay. And next is the write any two application of moment of force. So the first of all is that hand floor grinder, you write down, or in the long spanner how to loosen tight nut. So any application, the 4 application is given, you write down any 2 of these. Okay. Next is that solve the following numericals. The first question is, a nut is opened by a spanner of length 30 centimeter. If the applied force is 20 Newton, find the moment of force needed to loosen the nut. So you see here the nut is opened by a spanner of length is 30 centimeters. So and force is given, and you have to find out the moment of force needed to loosen the nut. So at first you write down what is the given, what information is given in your question. So given equals to, given that force is given, what it is, the force. So you write down force, and in bracket you write down it is denoted by capital F equals to 20 Newton, and that a nut is opened by a spanner of length. So actually it is a moment arm is given. So moment arm small d equals to 30 centimeter. Okay. So that moment of force you have to find out. So moment of force, or capital M, you have to find out. So as we know that M equals to F into D. So instead of M write down, and F, instead of F you write down 20 Newton into instead of D you write down 30. But you see here this is unit is in centimeters. So at first you have to convert in meters. So 30 divided by 100 meters. So it will be actually 0.3 meter. Okay. So it will be actually that 30 centimeter. So 20 Newton into 0.3 meters. So after calculation we will get it is 6 Newton meter. So 6 Newton meter. So this is the answer. So you write down hence 6 Newton meter of moment of force is needed to loosen the knot. Okay, so okay, next see that next question number 2. Question number 2, a force of 250 Newton produces a moment of force of 500 Newton meter. Calculate the moment arm. So you see here that in this question number 2, the force is given and also the moment of force is given. Only you have to find out the moment arm. So same way you have to write down the given force equals to 250 Newton and moment of force capital M equals to 500 Newton meter, and moment arm you have to find out. So moment arm small d you have to find out. So as we know, M equals to F into D. So instead of M you write down 500 Newton meter equals to 250 Newton into D. So D equals to 500 Newton meter divided by 250 Newton. So it will be 2 meter. Okay. So what is the moment arm? So hence the moment arm is 2 meter. Okay. Now question number 3. Calculate the force which will produce a moment of 60 Newton meter when the perpendicular distance between the point of application of force and the fixed point is 60 centimeters. So application of force and the fixed point. So it is given the moment arm. So moment arm is 60 centimeter and that calculate the force. So that you see here that moment of force is given 60 Newton meter. So you have to find out only what is the force. So write down like this way, given moment of force equals to 60 Newton meter and that moment arm (60 centimeter). So you see this is in Newton meter and this is in centimeter. So at first you have to convert this centimeter to meter. So you have to divide it by 100. So it will be actually 0.6 meter. So and you have to find out actually force. Force is unknown. So force F to be calculated. Okay. So as we know, F is equal to F into D. So instead of M you write down 60 Newton meter equals to F into 0.6 meter. So F is equal to 60 Newton meter divided by 0.6 meter. So it will be actually it is 100 Newton. Okay. So 100 Newton is the answer. Okay. So what will be the answer? The force. So calculate the force which will produce a moment of this. So that hence you write down the force will be 100 Newton. So that will produce a moment of 60 Newton meter when the perpendicular distance between the point of application of force and the fixed point is 60 centimeter. Okay. So like this way you have to solve this question. And next part is that pressure. So these things, these parts of this chapter is very important. And also in these parts also that numerical problem is very, very important. So next class I will discuss this remaining part. So pressure, and also as well as I will discuss that exercise question answer. Okay. So please student, you see the video, and thank you so much. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.